Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Since the Prophet ﷺ start his message, the people attacking the Islam and the Muslims, those people honestly, they have no idea what is the Islam means or what is the Muslims want. God created us, all of us, from one soil, the soil of Prophet Adam, peace be upon him. This man came once, his name Peter King, a few days ago, and he started speaking about the Islams and the Muslims and the leaders. One of his statements, he said that the Muslim community leaders needs to speak out more loudly against the terrorism and work more closely with the police and the FBI. I don't understand. What the Muslim community is not enough what we are doing and speaking to the world against terrorism. We saying clearly we are against terrorism. God said in the Quran, in many ayat, in many verses, that we are against terrorism. God says it clearly in the Quran, if you kill one innocent soul, just like you kill the whole humanity, if you make one person alive, you make all humanities alive. That is clear. But those people, in my opinion, they are ignorant, completely ignorant what is the Islam means, what the Muslims want. We are speaking loudly and loudly and loudly. We are against terrorism. We are against what happened in New York. We are against it 100%, and so on and so on. And this man came suddenly and he started speaking about the Islams and the Muslims. Honestly, he want to be famous, as he said clearly in another statement. He said, "This hearings maybe make me famous for a week." He's not a famous, he's an ignorant famous, nothing else but that. This man and the man in Florida and whoever is speaking against the Islams and the Muslims, go back and speaking about the Islam and the Muslims. And also I blame all the leaders, Muslim leaders here. They have to speak more loudly against those kind of people. What they have to learn about what Islam and the Muslims. Those leaders, should not be afraid of anything. Speak about what does the Islam really means. What did the Muslims exactly wants. We are not against any religion. In fact, the Islam ordered me to believe in Christianity, to believe in the Jewish religion. Is the Islam ordered me that? Ordered me to believe in Jesus, ordered me to believe in Abraham and Moses and so on. All the prophets, 25 prophets mentioned in the Quran, and I have to believe in them. And this man suddenly come because he is the chairman of the Office of Homeland Security. He speak whatever he wants. And he stop and prevent whoever he wants from the Congress to speak out. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, Muslims and non-Muslims, we have to speak more aloud. What did the Islams mean? The reality about the Islams, the reality about the Muslims, and the Islams is not only peace, and we have to work. The Islam is a way of life. In fact, it is the way of life. It is the Islam and the Muslims. Go back and learn about the Islam and the Muslims before you start to claim and abuse and accuse all kind of Islams and Muslims. My dear leaders, Muslims and Imams in every community, speak aloud and teach the others. Teach the others about the Islam. And do not be afraid of anything as far as you're saying the truth. Nothing but the truth about the Islams, about the Muslims. God created us to worship Him. Muslims and non-Muslims and all kind of humanity. God created us to worship Him, to believe in Him, and to use all those favors and bounties around. That's what we're supposed to do, my dear brothers and sisters. We are in America, 10 million Muslims. It's not minority. We are not minority. We are American just like everybody else. We are in the same ship, in one ship, all of us together. We're supposed to arrive to the coast together, united, hand by hand, Muslims and non-Muslims, to save the country, to protect the country, to defend the country. I mean the United States of America. Then we must work together, not against each other. We're supposed to be united together, not against each other. For those people like Peter King and the man in Florida and so on, go learn first before you speak about the Islam. Go read and repeat myself, read about the Islam, the Muslims, before you say anything about the Islam and the Muslims. Not because you have a position, you say whatever you want. No, we have to stop you because your salary from my pocket, as an American, from every American's pocket, it is your salary. Then you have to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. Not to be a famous. We make you famous. We put you in this position. So you speak the truth, nothing but the truth. May Allah, God, guide all of us to the right path. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.